every sign I look to points to the collapse of the US dollar, which in turn, because all global currencies are based in the US dollar, means a global economic currency collapse. Means all dollar amounts of anything across the globe will turn into paper. Now, I don't want to call this a global economic crisis. I think it is the greatest opportunity in the history that I'm aware of for people to take back their power. The reasons I see this collapse happening is we are in $19.25 trillion of debt right now, and it's only growing at a very quick rate. Obama just signed something to extend. There's limitations on how much the government how much debt they can accrue, but he just signed something that said, okay, we're going to put that off and we have unlimited debt spending or increased limits or something for a while. So you have that combination of that, plus you still have 12 or 13 years worth of baby boomers that still have yet to reach 65, age of retirement, who need to collect their Social Security. Now, who's going to pay that Social Security but the millennials? The millennials who have so much student debt, they can't pay it back. And there's not jobs for millennials like there were in the past. So not only is there a lot of money that needs to go out, but there's also not a lot of potential for money to come back in to pay off our government debt. So what this leads to is eventually we have to say, sorry, China, we don't have anything to pay you back with. And because of that, our money doesn't become very valuable. So, also, you look at, if you haven't seen The Big Short, I highly recommend watching it. Well, the man who's Christian Bale's character in that movie is based off of, in the movie, he was an investor that, by knowing the math and looking into these awful bonds, the housing market, these awful shit heaps of different investments, by actually looking in and examining them, he found that they were full of garbage, and he did the math and he said, yeah, the housing market is going to collapse. And he put all of this money that was trusted to him into that fund, and he called the collapse. Now, I recently saw an interview with him, and he has moved to solely trading in water rights. And I don't know the whole water commodities market is, what that is, but he solely trades in water, which basically means he sees a collapse coming that's so large that gold or ores or any of the commodities, I don't know the commodities market that well, but they won't be worth anything because people will just need food, water to drink, and water to grow food. That's the kind of level of this man who predicted this collapse in 2007 that no one saw coming is now investing in water. And that's the only thing he invests in. So this collapse is coming. Now everyone's going to say, no, it's fine. And here's all the economic runaround of why it's fine. But it's not. Income inequality has never been higher in this country. The only time it was close to this high was prior to the Great Depression. So I don't say this to be alarmist, because frankly, not having money doesn't stop you from growing food. This earth doesn't stop producing what we need to live when money stops. People have this thing as, oh, how I can't work if I don't get paid. No, you can still move your body. You can still move things. You can still plant things in the ground, pull things from the earth, build houses without money. So we'll be fine. This isn't alarmist. But the great news here is that the government their money will be worthless, so they won't be able to pay their henchmen, pay their FBI, their police, their Forest Service, their anyone. They won't be able to pay them to do anything. What this means is this is an excellent opportunity to say, I'm going to take land back. To go to, well, land anywhere that you choose, but I think national forest land makes a lot of sense. To go there and just sit on the land and say, okay, I don't need to be charged to live on land. I say my human right to live freely on this earth and off this earth. And there'll be no one to kick you off the land because the government can't pay anyone to kick you off the land. And so I see this collapse coming in the next few years. And my plan is to pick somewhere along a fertile area of land along the west coast and gather a large grouping of people to live here and essentially restart society in a much more beautiful, brilliant, less wasteful, communing with nature and each other, and much richer way of living. And so what I'm really getting at here with the whole purpose of this thing is this is a call to people. And I'm putting out the call to say, be ready for this collapse to happen. And when this happens, follow me and we will live together in a peaceful way. And if the collapse never happens, I figure I'm just going to go live on the land for free soon anyway. See what they can do.